Hello friends, this is Captain Dave with Simple Plan Trucking. I'm here in northeast Florida, north central Florida, enjoying my last few days of home time. Going to be headed back out onto the road here in a couple days to Springfield to link up with my trainer with driver lineup, and we're going to finish up my last 20,000 miles or so of training. I'm here today with a very special guest, my and my wife, Miss Brooke. Welcome to the channel, Brooke.
Hey y'all.
This is her coming out. When we said we were going to do this, we agreed that I was going to be the person in front of the camera, and for the most part she would be behind the camera. That's her comfortable place to be, but I did twist her arm today to get her out here just to say hello and let you know that she does exist. We're gonna be team trucking, as we've talked about before, and I have about another month to go until I upgrade and get on the truck, and then another month to get my experience before I can come back and be trained to be a TNT trainer, and that's when I'll take Brooke on as my first student, my first and hopefully only student. So what will happen is probably around mid-February,
Yes.
I'm going to cycle back down here. I'm going to get routed down here to pick her up and bring her to Springfield. She'll go through orientation, and then that'll be a week, and then 2 weeks of PSD on the pad there in Springfield. And I'm going to try to be there in that last week of her PSD training to take the trainer course, which they do every week. And then if the stars line up and everything happens the way that we want it to, we'll roll right out and begin her TNT training. But we don't have a whole lot tonight. This not only is New Year's Eve, but it's also our anniversary. So we're headed out to dinner here in a little while, and we're going to have a nice evening out, and then come back here to the house and spend the rest of the evening until midnight with some family and with Felix the Wonder Dog, who will also be on the truck with us. You'll get to know him. He will be traveling with us. He has no idea that this is coming, but I think he will be a dog that will travel the lower 48 like many of your dogs do or will. So I just wanted to take a few minutes and talk with you, and maybe get Brooke to talk just a little bit about how this came to be for us, what some of our concerns were, what some of my initial concerns were, and then, you know, later when I sprang this on her, what her feelings were. Brooke, when I suggested to you that we might try trucking, how did you feel about that?
Well, the first thing I said was no. No, we're not doing that. We just bought a house. I just named all my chickens.
Right.
I thought we were headed towards homesteading, and every question that I brought up and every concern that I brought up, David took the time to research, and he answered my questions thoroughly enough that he convinced me that this was going to be a good idea, and I'm looking forward to the adventure.
And it is going to be an adventure, and I have to just totally appreciate Brooke. So many times in our life, I'm a Gemini, so any of you that follow the zodiac know that we're never really settled in one place. We're always looking for the next adventure, and Brooke is an Aquarius, and they're more grounded and like things set, and don't do well with change. However, the two signs are compatible, and we do get along, and that's what's most important. We've always I think that I'm weak where she is strong, and vice versa. We prop each other up and we help each other. And you know, we were laying in the bed the other night before we went to sleep, and we just both agreed that we need each other. You know, neither of us is complete without the other. So, you know, I think that's important when you consider trying something like this, because trucking by itself is stressful, but when you say you're going to truck with your spouse and you're going to be with that person 24/7 in a very small area, I think it can create a lot more stress. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. She says, well, what are we going to do when I get mad at you? And I say, well, I'm going to get a little box that I'll hook on behind the trailer, that when you get angry and a little bit feisty, I'll say, all right, go back in your box. But that actually won't happen, but it is a good idea for any of you that may be considering trucking with your spouse. No, we expect those things, and we know we're going to work through them, and we know it's a sacrifice, right?
A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of sacrifices not being by your family, and not having the luxury of being at home, getting to do whatever you want whenever you want. So it'll be an adjustment,
Right, right.
a life adjustment.
And you know our name of our channel, as you know, is Simple Plan Trucking, and it really is a very simple plan in that we plan to do this for 5 to 6 to 7 years, who knows, however long.
You said 3 to 5.
I said 3 to 5. Now I'm saying 5 to 7. So we'll see how it goes, right? Anyway, we're going to do it for a while, and our intention is to pay off our house and to save a bunch of money, and we really feel like we can do this with trucking, and it's a last adventure for us. I hope that this will be my last job before I retire, and we'll just see, right? We'll see how it's going to be. And it's important to always have a fallback plan. We don't intend to do anything else, but you know, I do have an education in the health field. I'm a registered nurse, and worst case scenario, we could come back home and I could go back to nursing. But we're really excited about this, and we think it can be great. So, you know, I've been through PSD, and I'm in TNT now, and I've shared all that with Brooke, so she kind of knows what to expect. We pretty much have it set up that my TNT trainer, Eric Odom, is going to train Brooke for PSD. He's going to be on the pad then, so we're both very excited about that. She's already met him, she knows him, so we're set up for her to join us in mid-February and just roll right on through, and then we'll be out on the road together. But you know, where you are now, looking at 6 weeks out, what are some things that you feel like you need to do to get ready to leave 6 weeks from now? What still needs to happen?
I still have some studying to do, and then I just need to feel good about walking away from my house for an extended period of time.
Right. There was a honey-do list when I came home about 2 weeks ago, and I think there was about 20 things on the list. And
14.
14. How many of them got done?
2.
2 got done, but they were 2 big ones.
And they're still not completed.
Well, but I have tonight and tomorrow to get those done, right? So we'll get those in good shape before we go. But you know, some of them were like huge, like I don't know, like build a wall or something like that, you know.
It was not build a wall, it's fix the gate.
Oh, fix it. And I fixed the gate, right?
Almost.
We're almost done with that one. And what else did I do?
Our security system.
I put a security system in, a camera system that's very important for us at our house while we're gone. So, you know, that's been installed. And there was actually a couple other things that I helped with that wasn't on the list too, right?
Was there?
Yeah, I helped with Darla, right?
There's still some things to get done.
There's still some things to get done.
We had to get our chickens moved.
We had to get our chickens moved.
That's the other thing. We have meat birds, and they're not going to be ready to process until the beginning of February.
Mm-hmm.
So those have to get done before I go too. Got to fill my freezer.
Right. We ordered 60 meat birds, and we have what, about 13 or 14 egg layers?
14 egg layers.
14 egg layers. So, you know, it's the winter time now. We don't get as many eggs, but we're still getting 5 or 6 eggs a day, would you say?
Yes.
Yeah, and in the summertime, you know, with these extra ones that we have now, we'll probably be getting about 10 or 12 eggs a day.
And some of them are still babies.
And some of them are still coming on.
They won't lay till February.
Won't lay till
My
February.
blue and green eggs.
Blue and green eggs.
Yes.
She wants all different colors. I want lots of eggs, and I want them to be big. She'd rather have colorful ones, and she doesn't care so much on the size. But, you know, these are all things that you have to consider, and we have to put things in place for these things to be taken care of while we're gone. Because the truth is, we'll only be home once a month or once every 5 weeks to take care of the things at home. We do live in north central Florida, so the climate is such that for most of the year, the house outside will be okay. We're on 2.5 acres here, and most of it's wooded, but we do have a yard that we figure if we can get home in the summertime and mow it once a month, we should be okay. If not, we'll have to look at getting a lawn service to come and mow in our grass for us too. So, Yeah, she mentioned she has to study. Now she still needs to have her physical, her Department of Transportation physical, and they'll do a background check on her, and they'll look into her work history, and then also she has to take all of the tests for the permit, for the CDL permit. So those are all things that when I leave in about 48 hours, she's going to hit the books hard and be ready to take them. And so as we move down the road, she'll have some more comments on that, how that's been for her, how it can be for you. But that's really all we have for today. I just wanted to introduce her to the channel and say how happy I am to have her with me as my wife, and also to join me on this channel, and hopefully we can share with you guys how this adventure is down the road. As we do more of this, I'm hoping she'll talk a little more and I'll talk a little less, but listen, it was a big deal just to get her out here today to be on the channel. She says she's a much more behind the camera person than in front of the camera, but as you can see, she does exist, and she is the reason why I do what I do, and why I want to try to make a good future for us, and a nice retirement in a few years. So that's it. Thanks for joining us, and please, if you have any questions, please comment below. If you like what you saw, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Also ring the bell, and feel free to share this with anyone else that may be considering a career change, or someone in your life that might be interested in trucking. We'd be happy to share our adventure along the way, and tell you about some of the successes and pitfalls that we meet during the adventure. So that's it. I hope you all have a fantastic New Year celebration tonight, and a good year next year. I hope you're blessed beyond measure. We'll be seeing you down the road. Y'all, God bless you, and take care.
Happy New Year's.
Bye-bye.